You ever feel like you're doing so much, but you are still stuck? Like every time you get excited about something, a few days later you are second guessing it. One week you are watching videos about affiliate marketing. The next week you are thinking, maybe I should launch a coaching program. Then you are like, wait, maybe PLR is the answer, or YouTube, or maybe I should try Gumroad, or wait, what about AI tools? And it just keeps going. That was literally me for years. And honestly, even now, I still have to catch myself because the online space is loud and fast. And let's be real, it's full of shiny things that promise big results. But all that jumping around, it is exhausting. It makes you feel like you are working hard but not moving forward. And worse, it makes you start to doubt yourself. So, today, I just wanna talk real with you. Not like a guru, not like a 10-step success kind of video. Just me sitting here talking about what this cycle does to us, why we fall into it, and how I finally started breaking out of it. If you have ever felt that constant pressure to switch strategies, to try something new because what you are doing is not working fast enough, yeah, you are not alone, and this video is for you. Let's get into it. Part one, why we keep switching. Let us see how we keep switching. Let's talk about this habit of jumping from one strategy to another because I used to think it was just me, like maybe I had a focus problem, or I was lazy, or I just didn't have the discipline to stick with something. But over time, I realized this is so common, especially for people like us, like creators, coaches, online entrepreneurs. We are hungry. We want to make something that matters. We are constantly learning, watching tutorials, joining webinars, reading sales letters, and so many YouTube videos, right? We are exposed to hundreds of ideas every week, and all of them seem to promise success, right? Like this one trick got me 10K in 30 days. Here is how I built a six-figure course in 3 months. Or all you need is this funnel, this AI tool, this AI prompt. And we are like, okay, that sounds good. Let me try that. Then what happens? We start, we buy the domain, we open a Google Doc, we set up the tool, but then a few days later, the excitement fades. We hit a tech issue or a creative block, or we just feel unsure. We don't see instant results, and boom, we are already thinking about the next thing. And look, I don't say this with judgment. I say this with compassion because I have been there like many times. So it is not that you are not trying hard enough, it is that you have never been taught how to sit in the discomfort of building something real, something long term. It is not glamorous. It doesn't give you dopamine hits like watching new tutorial does. And yeah, it takes time. More time than most people admit. But here is the core reason why we switch. We don't trust the process because we haven't stayed long enough to let it work. So we keep quitting too soon and we end up back at square one, feeling tired, confused, and thinking maybe I'm just not cut out for this. But you are. You just need a better way forward. Part two, how constant strategy switching, quietly damaging your confidence and business. Here is the part no one really talks about. All this strategy switching, this jumping from one thing to another, it doesn't just slow you down, it starts to chip away at your confidence. Quietly, slowly, but deeply. And it's sneaky because on the surface, it looks like you are working, you are staying busy, you are researching, you are brainstorming, you are building a logo one day, mapping out a course the next day, creating a YouTube channel the next, right? But deep down, you are avoiding the hard part, which is choosing one path and finishing. And every time you don't follow through, even if no one else sees it, you do. Every time you start something and then drop it, every time you say, I'm gonna launch this, and then change your mind 2 weeks later. Can you resonate with that? You are teaching yourself subconsciously, I don't follow through. I am someone who quits. I don't trust myself to finish. And you don't even realize it is happening, but that is how self doubt creeps in. You start to feel like you cannot trust your own excitement anymore. Like maybe you are just someone who always starts but never sticks. And that mindset, it becomes way harder to break than any tech issue or algorithm change. And let's talk about the business side for a second. Every time you switch, you leave behind half finished funnels, content ideas, social media accounts with 3 posts, email lists that go cold. It is like trying to grow 5 different trees at once. But you never water any of them long enough to see the roots take hold. That is the truth. So you end up with a garden full of half buried seeds and zero fruit. And that is frustrating because you are doing the work, but the results don't come because the work is scattered. That is the cost of constant switching. It, it steals your confidence and it stalls your progress. But the good news, there is a way out, and I will tell you what helped me finally break that cycle in the next part. Here is the turning point for me. It didn't happen during a launch. It was not after reading some big motivational book or watching a YouTube video that changed my life. No, it was way more unglamorous than that. One random afternoon, I still remember one afternoon, I just sat there, laptop open, 14 browser tabs going, literally. A funnel builder, an online course platform, an article about membership site, a YouTube video about motivation to stick with my plan, you know, and I just froze. I wasn't even tired. I was just mentally cluttered. And something hit me. I thought like, what if I keep living like this? Chasing ideas, starting new things every time, but I never finish. Convincing myself I'm making progress when I am really just avoiding commitment. These questions sat in my chest like a rock. So I closed my laptop, grabbed an old notebook like this, and I wrote this simple question. If I had to focus on just one thing the next 6 months and nothing else, what it would be? If I had to focus on one thing for the next 6 months and nothing else, what would it be? Not what is the most profitable, not what is trending, but what would I actually enjoy building, even if it didn't blow up overnight? And the answer came fast because honestly, I already knew. digital products, helping people get results faster using systems, content, and tools they don't have to create from scratch. And I had already done it. PLR products, funnel templates, helping others build and launch. I had proof, I had passion. I just never committed. So that day, I made a decision. No more half finished funnels. No more shiny object hopping. No more second guessing every other week. Just one focus, one path, and one mission. And let me be clear, nothing changed overnight. I didn't make $10,000 the next day. But for the first time, I felt clear, and clarity that is rare in this space and powerful. That decision to go all in, even quietly, gave me something I hadn't felt in a long time: momentum. And once momentum kicks in, everything gets easier. Ideas start connecting, people start noticing, confidence start building. That is when things started to shift for me. Now let's move on to the next part. The 5-step reset plan for getting focused and moving forward. So maybe right now you are in that exact spot I was in. You are overwhelmed. You have tried a bunch of things. You have got notes everywhere, video ideas, product plans, 18 different tools bookmarked. But deep down, you are tired of starting over. You want to build something real, something you can actually grow, something that lasts longer than a 2-week motivation streak. If that's you, I want to share something that helped me hit reset. It is simple, not easy, but simple. I call it a 5-step focus plan. It is what I wish I had years ago when I was spinning. So, step number 1: pause the noise. For the next 48 hours, pause consumption. No new videos, no buying courses, no scrolling through social media business tips. Just give your mind a little breathing room. Because when your brain is overwhelmed with so much inputs, it can't create clearly. So silence the outside voices so you can hear your own. Step number 2: reflect on what you actually like doing. Forget what looks impressive. Ask yourself, what feels doable for me right now? What feels like something I could see myself doing for the next 6 months, even if no one noticed? For me, it wasn't being on every platform, it was creating helpful digital products and helping others to do the same. Your thing might be coaching or making YouTube videos or writing. The best path doesn't matter. The one that feels right for you, that's what matters. And step number 3: pick one core project or offer. This is the hardest step. Pick one thing. Not, I'm going to grow on YouTube and launch a course and build an email list and start a podcast. No, pick one core thing to build for the next 90 days. It might be creating your first digital product or a mini course, launching your first ebook with PLR, or uploading 10 or 12 YouTube videos to build a warm audience, whatever it may be. Commit to just that. Everything else can wait. Step 4: set up a simple weekly routine. Don't overplan your life. Just map out the next week. Ask yourself, how many hours can I realistically give to this? And what 2 to 3 tasks must get done to move the project? It could be writing a video script, recording one video tutorial, creating an ebook outline, or set up your PLR product funnel. Whatever it may be, treat those like non negotiables. Even if you can only give 1 hour a day, that is still 30 hours a month. That is huge if focused. Step number 5, create a not now idea bank. Every time a shiny new idea shows up, you know, a TikTok side hustle video or some new tool someone is promoting, just write it down. Put in a note called later. You are not throwing it away, you are just deferring it. You will be shocked how 90% of those things won't even excite you anymore after a few weeks. And that's it. This simple 5 step plan isn't some miracle method, but it works because it gives your brain a single direction. And in business, direction is everything. Even slow progress becomes powerful when you are actually facing the right way. Look, if you have made it this far into the video, I want you to hear this clearly. And I mean it with everything I have got. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are just unfocused. And that's okay because focus is a skill, not a personality trait. I used to think I was just that type of person, the kind who starts strong, loses steam, and moves on. But that is not who I am. And it is not who you are either. You have just been trying to build a house by switching blueprints every few days. Of course, it doesn't feel solid. Of course, you keep restarting, but the answer is not to find a better blueprint. The answer is to finally pick one, lay the first brick, and start building, even if it is slow, even if it is messy. Because here is the truth no one tells you: progress feels boring at first. It is not viral, it is not always exciting, but it, it compounds if you give it a chance. So, if there is one thing I can leave you with today, it is this: you don't need a new tactic, you need time in the game. Again, you don't need a new tactic or strategy, you need time in the game. You just need one focus, one plan, and one path. And the courage to say, I'm sticking with it. Even when it is quiet, even when it is hard, even no one is watching you, because that is what separates the people who make it from the people who keep jumping. I know this video was different from most. No hype, no magic system, just truth. So, if this hit home, drop me a comment. Let me know what you are committing to. And if you ever need a shortcut to creating something real, check out my done for you digital product kits at plrhouse.org. No pressure, just putting it out there for when you are ready. Go build something great and actually finish it. You have got this.